A bit of jerry rigging. Just had a pack of iPhone 6 speakers arrived from China. 40 pence each. Shipping cost more. I think it was £1.80. About £4.80, 87 I think for 4 of them shipped with the VAT. But the actual item was 40 pence. They're now down to 37 and the postage has dropped 10p as well. Due to currency fluctuations, I guess. There's that little wing on the end. I don't know what it does. I presume it's some kind of retaining design. Having chopped a couple of them open, there is like a dense rubbery type material inside. So whether it acts as like a little audio expansion chamber, I've taped that one up because it's actually gone through. You can see, you might be able to pick up there where it is. There is a little hole that goes through to the speaker, which is probably just a tiny sugar cube speaker. I think this aluminium tape is put on the top of here just to reduce any vibration. But I thought for 40 pence they're worth buggering about with, aren't they? So we've got my little MP3 player. They're not loud, but then they do tend to find they're installed as a secondary speaker along with a bass speaker, which I have got some coming. Quite directional. Eliminated some of the audio bleed now. I've blanked off that little slot that you get when you cut them off. Let's see what else we got on here. I reckon they'd sound pretty good in an HST with that sort of higher note turbine whistle. And probably a class 20 as well, so I might be playing around with these, and I might order some 4s because at the price they're worth messing around and just keeping in the bottom of the box to play about with. Well, another little one turned up today. It's basically 2 sugar cube speakers. Not very powerful. The spec on it is a 4-ohm 2-watt speaker. I don't know what this is. I think this is 2 or 5, but if I have this up maximum, it's not very loud. That overdrives it. You can hear. The frequency response isn't great. It'd have to be used with a larger speaker, which is why I bought it anyway. That's why it's a 4-ohm, so I'd match it with another 4-ohm to make 8. But yeah, a bit disappointed really. I was hoping better things for it. But, that cost me probably about the same amount of money as the other 4 did. So yeah, if you see one of these, don't bother. More hoppers. Despite the seller's unwise choice of postage options, 1.1 kilos, could have probably gone for a medium parcel. Yeah, they worked out at £7.28 per wagon. Let's have a look and see if I got what I bargained for. Well, first signs are encouraging. There's some more underneath there, I think. So unboxed, we have 4 Yeoman hoppers, a tarmac, one of those super rare, hard to find British Industrial Sands ones that I seem to find quite easily. An ARC one, a boxed Yeoman Tilcom, tarmac Tilbury, another tarmac BP, and an Amy Roadstone, which was what they were before ARC. So they came out at £102 and threepence in all. Yes. Nearly didn't bid for them because I was a bit bereaved at the postage cost, but I calculated what I would go for, or how much I would go, versus the postage. So I still had a small bit of legroom left for my £7.50 a wagon limit. So I got them in at, I think, what was it? I just said £7.28. So, yeah, still a chunk of money, but it has, I think, I'll have to have a count up now, but I think I've got enough Yeoman hoppers now. I will let you know maybe in the next segment. And I'm always on the lookout for these ones to make a rake up. I'm not, I don't know how many I've got now, about 5 or 6 I think, because they're so rare. I've probably got as many BP ones. So yeah, becoming a little bit of a historical collection of the variants of the Yeoman or PGA hopper from Lima that then was retooled by Hornby and then redesigned by Hornby, as they're slightly different. The later models are a different body. The owner, whoever he was, changed all the couplings to smaller profile ones. Now the old Limas were, some of them used to have a insert. They're the later Hornby variation. They've also been refitted with the Dapol wheels. And these are all Hornby. And that one's been glued to a Backman type coupling as opposed. Hopefully the ride height is about the same. Yeah, looks like they're on the money there. So yeah, they seem to be running freely enough in the Dapol wheels, although most of these would have had metal wheels being Lima anyway, but hey ho. Yeah, all got the small couplings. So, a bargain, I guess. Bit of an investment, but yeah, still cheaper than buying them in drips and drabs at £8-9 each, plus postage of £4.50. So that's my logic behind it, is to buy in bulk. And if I don't want any of the other ones, I can always chuck them back on eBay. Well, I thought I'd just wind up with this one. The wagon that was in a video previously. The bulkheads were not sitting properly because the screws were too long. I've actually managed to get them now correctly positioned and glued in place, and the long screws I didn't need to cut down, they will fit behind the back of the bulkhead. So I just had to clamp the body and glue the base in and weight it up with wheel weights. I had another one and I measured that, it was 105 grams, so this one's the same now. And the walkway was cracked, you can just see where I've touched in. I've just glued a tiny little strip underneath just to give it some strength. So I just need to find another one of these little metal clips if anyone knows where I can buy a pack. Because I haven't got one for this end, and obviously fit KDs, and it'll be good for rolling.